this.
Okay. Good afternoon. My name is Lexi, and I am a I'm a student social worker from Southeast Missouri State University. What can I call you today?
Maddie.
All right. Well, nice to meet you, Maddie. This meeting's going to last about 10 minutes today, and you're just here to kind of tell me a little bit about what's stressing you out in your life right now, maybe. And I'm going to sit here and listen. I'm actually going to take a couple notes if you don't mind, and you can just talk your heart out.
Okay.
I do want to talk about our ethical policies. I understand that you've spoken with my supervisor and they've discussed the agency's policies on ethical practice. Do you have any questions about any of that at all?
No.
Awesome. I also want to talk about our boundaries, just to make sure that your information is confidential and we don't talk about anything we shouldn't outside of here. If you do happen to see me, or if I see you, I won't point it out and I won't say hi or anything, just to make sure that we keep that awesome boundary there.
Okay.
And then, do you have any questions?
No.
All right. So tell me what brought you in today.
Well, there's just been a lot really going on with me. First being that my grandparent just actually got diagnosed with dementia.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's just kind of like, and me being like, I feel like I always take care of things in the family. It's just kind of my responsibility, you know?
Yeah.
So I just feel like I'm having to do all of this like alone, even though I have like family members that could help, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, it's already hard enough that it's happening. Like it already like kind of makes me like sad, you know, like to see that, but it also is harder because I feel alone doing it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just the main thing that's really kind of like been kind of tolling on me. Like it's kind of brought me into like a little bit of like a depression. So
Yeah.
it's hard. And when I usually tend to like start up with my depression again, it you know, it makes it hard for me to do things like and. There's a lot of things that I need to get done. Like I need to make sure they're placed in the right place, you know, like they're being treated fair, you know, like they're getting like the medicines, the care that they need, you know. So it's just like hard to do, and like I just feel like I'm like kind of like a zombie, like I'm just like slugging around. So
Yeah. That is super hard. So what I'm hearing so far is that your grandparent just got diagnosed with dementia. You feel really alone, and you kind of have gotten yourself into, a little bit low point of depression.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, it is so strong of you to tell me that, and I recognize that is a really hard thing to talk about. So I appreciate you telling me all that.
Yeah, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
It also just like, you know, I'm married and I have kids of my own.
Mm-hmm.
So when I get home from after doing all of this stuff, you know, like trying to take care of them, like, you know, all the responsibilities that come along with it, which is fine, you know, I'm not complaining, like, I have to do what I have to do, but when I get home at the end of the day, I just feel so drained. I feel like I'm not giving my immediate family enough attention, like, you know, like, I feel like kind of like resentment towards my husband, you know, and I don't want to feel like that, and, you know, my kids ask me if I want to, like, play with them, and, like, you know, like, they just want to hang out, and I'm too tired and too sad to really, like, hang out. I just want to, like, take a shower and go to sleep, you know, and then wake up the next morning and do it all over again. So it's just making me feel, like, really bad about, like, myself, because, like, I feel like I'm letting, like, my kids down and my husband down, you know, like, and I don't really want to feel like that anymore, you know, so it's just...
So feeling like you're really drained and that you're letting your kids and your husband down, that's a hard toll to take and to handle on your shoulders. It's a hard weight to handle. Yeah.
And, like, usually my husband is, like, my biggest support system. But as I said, I've kind of been a little bit mean to him lately, and I don't mean to be. It's just, like, you know, I'm just stressed out, and, like, he tries to help, but he doesn't help really in the right way. Like, he's encouraging, but he doesn't, like, kind of help me with the actual problem, you know? And, like, I just need, like, a support system, and usually my friend is the one that is always there for me, you know, like, and she helps me, and she's actually a nurse, so she has, like, some, like, you know, information on, like, how to deal with this, you know, but she hasn't really even tried to talk to me, and she, like, seems, like, so uninterested in what I'm saying to her right now, and it also was, like, kind of, like, taking a toll on my mental health, too, because I'm, like, you're my best friend, and it seems like you don't even care, and I'm so sad and so depressed, like, and you're not caring, you know, so it's just, that also is, like, it really hurt my feelings, and it's making me feel, like, really bad, and everything's just seeming, like, impossible right now, so, you know, I just feel like I'm holding all these responsibilities, and I'm the only one, and there's so many of us that can, you know, take on, like, a little bit, and it make my life a lot easier, you know, so, I don't know, it's just, like, it's just really upsetting to me.
So yeah, I hear you when you say that you feel really alone and that you just have so much to handle. And I just want to point out that I see that as a strength, that you can get up every single day and, you know, push through. You're still handling everything. Um, you know, from what it seems, from what you tell me, it seems like you're handling everything very well, even though it is really hard for you.
Thank you. Well, along with my best friend, like, we used to work together, and, you know, that's where we became friends, you know, and, I actually used to be a nurse, but I was a stay-at-home mom for a while, you know, just because, like, I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom, you know, I wanted to be close to my kids, so that also was, like, making me feel bad, because I'm, like, you know, like, I feel terrible, because, like, this is why I, like, quit my job, was so I could be with my kids, and now I'm, like, acting like I don't even want to be around them, like, I'm stressed out, I'm thinking, like, what if they're gonna, like, they think I just don't like them anymore, or, you know, like, do they think that I hate them, or do they think that they did something wrong, you know, like, I don't want my child to, like, feel like that, just because, like, you know, I have to take care of something that, you know, it's important, you know, and it's upsetting, so, I don't know, like, I'm stressed out about it, and I just feel like I really need, like, some help with kind of, like, trying to, like, deal with him, and, like, know where to, like, really put him, and, you know, like, and what to do, like, what to say, like, you know, like, I'm worried. I don't even know, like, the first step on how, like, to, like, start going through with this process, you know,
Yeah.
because it's also new.
Yeah. Well, that's the purpose of us being here today. Kind of getting to talk about all the weight on your shoulders and what we can do in the future that would help, you know, relieve some of the stress and to help you be a little bit more happy with your daily situation.
I just, like I said, I have a brother who actually, he's very smart. He just it seems like he doesn't even care. You know, I'm like, he hasn't shown any emotion over the situation, and, you know, I sit there and cry all day. You know, and it's not even just because, like, it's upsetting, it's stressful. You know, and I feel like I try to talk to him about it, and he just doesn't. He seems like he doesn't even care. And I'm like, why are all these people in my life seeming like they don't care about this, and I seem to be the only one? And then I'm also stuck with the responsibility. You know, I'm like, what if? It makes me think. I'm like, what if, like, I didn't care? You know, what if I didn't take on these responsibilities? What would happen? You know, so that also makes me sad, because I'm like, I feel like more of your family should, like, care about, like, what's happening with you, like, you know, like, and it just, like, it also sends me into, like, a depressive state, because I'm like, are they gonna do this to me? You know, if something happened to me, it's just like, it's like a long list of, like, overthinking.
Yeah.
But it just, like, it really, like, hurts me that, like, I feel like you guys are leaving me alone to deal with it all on my own, and it's also like, you don't care about him and you don't care about me or my family, you know, so it's just, like, a lot of things that, like, just kind of, like, add up to, like, me, like kind of overthinking, but, like, you know, like, that's just how I feel, so.
Yeah. Now, I notice when you talk about your brother, you kind of shift your focus, like, looking behind me, and we don't make as much eye contact.
Yeah, well, my brother and I have had, like, a lot of, like, fallouts and stuff, so it's, like, it's hard for me to, like, talk about him. It kind of makes me, like, a little bit nervous to, like, kind of talk about him, like, it just brings up, like, past memories and stuff, so it just, like, you know, like, it just makes me a little bit nervous, but, Yeah.
Well, we're about out of time today, if that's okay. Um, Now, just to talk about what we've all talked about today and what I'm hearing from you, you're struggling because you have a grandparent that was diagnosed with dementia. You feel really alone, and you've gotten a little depressed about it.
Mm-hmm.
You are super worried that because you feel really drained, you know, um, your kids and your husband, you might feel like you're letting them down a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and you have some people who can help you, like your friend or your brother, but they're just kind of not choosing to.
Mm-hmm.
So, am I missing anything there? Did I get everything?
You're not missing anything. It sounds right.
Yeah. Um, well, by next week, we can start talking about other things. If you're wanting to have another meeting, we can start talking about tasks that we might be able to um, put in here to help your situation and make you feel better. Would you be interested in another meeting?
Yeah.
Yeah. What time works best for you?
Next Tuesday at 2. Good for me.
All right, that works for me. I will get that down for you. So how was this meeting for you today?
It was good. It felt nice to like actually open up and have someone actually listen to me. You
Yeah.
know, and like seem like they care about what's going on with me.
Mm-hmm.
You know. So.
All right. Well, do you have any final questions before we end our meeting today?
No, I think I'm good.
All right. Well, thank you. It was so nice to talk to you, Maddie, and I look forward to seeing you next week.
Thank you.
All right.